Welcome to Move It Workouts, which you can now do anywhere, anytime. Now, before you start the workout, please ensure that you are cleared for physical activities by your physician. And at any point of the workout, if you do feel out of breath or something doesn't feel so right, feel free to take a pause at any moment or to tone it down. Today we'll be going through 30 minutes of Pilates on the mat. What you'll need is a mat or a carpeted area. It'll also be useful if you have two hand weights with you. I recommend anywhere between 0.5 to 1 kilo for one hand. If you do not have hand weights, feel free to be creative, pick up some bottles, some canned food, entirely up to you. Alright, if we're ready, let's start by lying down on the mat. So go ahead and lie down on your mat. With the feet separated hip distance apart, you're lying completely down. Now, let's make sure that the feet are not too far away from you. You still want the feet to be pretty close to you. Option, you can be holding on to the weights in your hands. At any point, if it feels too much, you can always let go of the weights. Otherwise, let's get ready, okay? For now, no movement yet, just focusing on your breath. When we inhale through the nose. So take a deep breath in, inhaling through the nose. When you exhale, use your mouth. Let the air go out. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth with a gentle hissing sound. One more time. Inhaling through the nose. This time when you exhale, feel that your belly is compressing all the way in. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, pull the belly button in, feeling the front of your abs shortening. Let's try that one last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, pull the belly button and hold it there. Keep the belly compressed. While the belly is compressed, we lift the bum up towards the ceiling. So begin to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. We think about keeping the entire torso nice and firm. So you do not have to go all the way up too high. You still want that abdominals control. So if you're way high up, come down slightly lower. Allow the tailbone to lengthen, scoop forward. Now, feel free to stay with your arms down to the floor, or here's an additional option for you. Have both the arms up towards the ceiling, along with your weights, okay? So we stay up here. We feel the inner thighs hugging in towards one another. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the upper spine rolling down to the floor first, followed by the middle spine, and finally the lower spine and the hips. Inhale, take a breath again. The arms can stay up or stay down. Exhale through the mouth. Begin to firm the belly button and begin to scoop the tailbone forward as you lift the bum up towards the ceiling. Inhale up here. Exhale, begin to melt the rib cage down slowly. Part by part of your spine comes down. Inhale to take your breath. Exhale to roll up again with control in your torso. Remember, the inner thighs are still hugging into the midline. Alright, this time, go ahead, drop only halfway down. Ready? Inhale, exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back up again, exhale, halfway down. So we're no longer going all the way down to the mat. It's only halfway point, with your arms still staying up to the ceiling if you have chosen that option. Now I have an extra option just to spice things up for you. If this feels okay for you, you want to begin to lift the heels off the floor so you're on both your tippy toes. In this exercise, what you should be feeling is your hamstrings as well as your glutes. So a lot of lower back body work that you're focusing on. We have another 5 times. Stay with it. Remember, keep the belly button in so that you are core is always protecting your lower back. We have last 2 and 1. Inhale up there, exhale. Let's come back to the floor. Alright, so we're not quite done yet. We have one last part. So get ready. Inhale through the nose again. Exhale, begin to compress, scoop, and lift up. Option, arms up or arms by the side on the floor. Okay, this time, keep your left leg strongly grounded to the floor. We will lift the right leg up. Once the right leg is up here, you're keeping that right knee bent. Now feel the hips, make sure the hips are equally as high. Don't drop the right hip too much, okay? So lift the right hip as high as the left hip, and when you're ready, we will be dropping the right leg to the right side a little bit. Inhale, take a breath first. Exhale, open the right leg to the right side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, right leg to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Now, don't worry about how far you go to the right side. What I like you to focus on is the height of your hips when you're doing this exercise. So notice your right hip here. If every time when you go to the right side, the right hip falls a lot, you need to control it a bit more. Maybe don't go so far to the right side. Maybe just a little bit. As long as you are able to keep that right hip as high as the left. We have another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. We're going to poke the ceiling. Whenever you're ready, inhale, exhale, up and up. We have 10, higher, 9, 8, almost there, 7, 6, 5, 4. We reach for the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the right knee, put the right foot back onto the ground. You can choose to reset by coming down for a moment because we are now going to the left leg. Ready? Take a breath, inhale, exhale, lift the bum, stay stable in both your legs. Remember, we're still keeping that core compression. Left leg up into tabletop. Now, begin to focus on how high your right hip is compared to your left. Try to stay it that way. When your left knee goes out to the side, you're still keeping the left hip high up. So go ahead, like you're opening a door, left leg to the side before it comes back into the center. To the left and center. We have a few more times, really paying attention to keep both your hips at the equal height. And if you get tired, I know the hips will drop down sometimes, right? Remind yourself to keep the hips lifted. We have another 5, 4, 3, almost there, 2, on the last one, stay up. 1, stay up, straighten the left leg to the ceiling, and we poke the ceiling, going higher and higher. That lift is coming from your right thigh, right hamstring, and right glute. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the left knee, place it onto the floor. Inhale, exhale, roll everything down to the floor. Good job, everybody. Put your weight aside, hug the knees into the chest, and give yourself a little rock side to side. Alright, from here, let's have both legs stretch forward onto the ground, okay? We want to keep the feet flexed up towards the ceiling. Let's hold on to the weights for this one. Arms up to the ceiling, inhale. When we exhale, we're still using the mouth to exhale. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your chin to your chest as you lift your head, lift your shoulders, and slowly roll up part by part of the spine. Sit upright. If you find that you're not able to sit upright, then I recommend bending the knees a little bit. Okay? Ready? We're going down again. So arms are in front of you. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, start to lean back. Start to open up this angle here in front of your hips We want to think about the sacrum touching the floor. First, go very slow, okay? Before the lower back touches the floor, followed by the middle back, and finally the upper back and head. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, chin to chest, curl up. Really feel part by part of your spine lifting away from the mat. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, lean back. Open up the angle in your hip. Think about creating a curl here. So round the spine behind as you start to roll all the way back. You can feel really vertebrae by vertebrae touching the mat as you lie down. We have one last time. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Use your abdominals, upper abs to pull you all the way up. And inhale to sit upright. Good job, everybody. Now we're going to bend both your knees. So bending both your knees. For now, we want to keep the knees as wide as your hips. So the knees are not together yet. They are separated. Now look at your knees. They are pointed up. Keep them that way. Try not to buckle the knees inwards or outwards. So you do need a lot of stabilization in your inner and outer hips. Holding on to your weights. Inhale. Exhale. Start to open up the angle in front of your hips again. Round the spine. However, this time we're just halfway. Halfway. Don't go all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale. Roll up again. Arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, start to roll back, arms come in front of your chest as you roll. Inhale, stay, and exhale all the way up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, arms up. Noticing as you're doing this exercise, what's going on with your legs, okay? We want the knees to still stay separated. We want the knees to still be pointing up to the ceiling, not falling in, not shaking left and right. One last one. And this time, stay back. Stay back here. Now, only the arms. Right arm goes up, and now left arm up. So try your best, one by one first. Right followed by left. If you can go back a little bit more with your curl, please feel free to go. Otherwise, just staying here is fine. But remember, we don't want to lie down all the way behind. We just want to stay at the halfway point. And when we look at our knees, where are they? They are separated as wide as your hips. Now, if you like a further challenge here, go ahead and lift both arms at the same time. So both arms up and down. Try to stay up there a while longer before you take it back down, okay? So hold there before you come back down. We have another 5, 4, 3, 2, looking forward here, keep your chin down, 2, right, and 1. All right, reset, come back up, chest up. We have just about 2 more variations in your half roll back exercise. So get ready. If you need a sip of water, feel free to take your sip of water. Otherwise, breathe and we'll continue. Now chest proud, inhale again. Exhale, start to roll back. Stay at your halfway point. This time, both your arms stretch forward, straight arms, palms facing down. We'll be crisscrossing the arms, one on top of the other, one at a time. Okay, so go ahead, crisscross. Now the arms will stay crisscrossing. I'd like you to roll down a little bit lower and slowly roll up a little bit higher. So we think about going just about 2 inches lower and then back to the halfway point. And keep going, 2 inches lower and back to the halfway point. We still have about 15 seconds here, so don't stop. 15 seconds, they pass really quickly, okay? but I want you to move slow with control. It's not about swinging the body. Less momentum, more control in your deeper abdominal muscles. We have last few seconds here. Hang in there, everybody. And final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and roll all the way down. Release your hands. We're doing okay? Now we're back into a lying down position, right? Still holding on to your weight with your hands while lying down. Go ahead and lift both the knees up into tabletop. When we say tabletop, we mean creating a 90-degree in the legs. So it is not this and it is not this either, okay? So make sure your knees are stacked on top of your hips and the angle behind your knees are 90 degrees. It's like you are able to balance 3 glasses of water on your shins. Now, hold on to your water bottle or your weights, arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, stay up with the arms. When we exhale, we tap the right foot forward before you take it back up. Inhale, exhale, left foot forward before it comes back to tabletop. So try your best, whenever you reach the foot forward, it goes in front. It's not just dropping under, okay? So reach out far away before you take it back to that tabletop legs. Keep alternating here, and if you like to amp it up, you can also try both legs at the same time before you come back in. So we're working on a lot of lower abs area. So whatever that you're doing, whether single leg or double leg, you want to keep your sacrum, which is the back of your hips, very heavily grounded to the floor, as well as your lower back. So always keeping that belly button pulled in, that belly compressed, okay? So try your best. There should be no movement in the spine because of that core stabilization. We have a few more times to go. If you're doing single legs, make sure you balance it out on both sides. Or if you prefer, you can also start to explore double legs in your last 3 rounds, everybody. We go for 3, 2, and 1. Alright, bring it back in. Give yourself a little break. Now, in addition to your core, some of us might even feel it in the hip flexor because it requires hip flexor strength and stability as well. On the next one, we stretch both the legs up to the ceiling. You can flex, you can point, entirely up to you. If you find this is a bit too tight for you, feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to, okay? Otherwise, legs up. Arms still stretching up here. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, chin to chest and touch your weight on the front of your shins. And once you're at the front of your shins here, we take a breath. Inhale, exhale, we reach up higher towards your ankles and slowly glide down towards your shins again. Inhale, exhale, high up to the ankles before you slowly glide it back onto the shins. So we're doing this a few times. Remember, we're moving from the upper body, so try your best to not move the legs. So think about the sacrum staying very quiet on the floor. It does not lift up. It's not this, okay? We're just moving from the upper body, reaching up and slowing it down as you come down. And up and slow return. We have another 5. Almost there. 4. It's like you're giving your shins a massage. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, a little rest for your upper body. If you're tired in the legs, you can also bend the knees in. We're still working on another variation from this reclined position. So this time when you're ready, both legs up to the ceiling again. Arms can stay in front of your chest for the time being. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, head up. Let's reach your left leg forward, but not all the way down. We want it to stay floating. With your arms, inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms to the right side, outside of your right leg. Inhale back to the center, switch legs. Exhale, arms to the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. So try to coordinate the movement between your upper body with the arms going left to right together with the movement in your legs as they swap whenever you come back to the midline. We have another few times here. With the arms, try your best to go far forward, like you're trying to reach towards the toes that are going forward. We have last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Take a little break. Okay, now we'll come onto the side. So roll yourself just to the side here. Now we put the right hand onto the floor, reaching towards the far end of the mat. With your legs here, remember your tabletop legs, everybody. So we want tabletop legs again. Knees in front of your hips, and the knees are equally in line with one another. This is your first option, where your right arm stays flat on the ground and your head is resting on the arm. I will give you a second option shortly, but for now, hold on to your weight with your left arm. Now, we imagine opening a door with your left leg. So if your left leg is the door, when it opens up, the knee will start to point up and the knee is still staying in a 90 degree even as it goes up. And close the door. Again, open the door and close the door. When you are doing this, try not to change the angle of the knee bend, okay? So let it stay at 90 even as you close and open the door. Once you're familiar with this, pick up your weight in the left arm, reach that left arm forward. We're going to work the arms together with the leg. So the left arm stays straight and it opens like a door along with the left leg. This is your option 1. If you're comfortable here, please continue in this variation. If you like a different variation, some people feel more challenged in the second variation where they prop their elbow onto the floor and the hand supports the head. But that being said, when you're in this option, try not to lean so heavily onto your rib cage. So you still need some side body work. Same thing here, up and forward, up and forward. Now we'll start to add in some extra fun stuff in this exercise, okay? So the next time that your left leg goes up, can you straighten the left leg and bend it again before you come down. Up and straighten and bend and down. So try that a few times. It also takes a lot of coordination. Now, one thing when you're doing this exercise is that you don't want your body to roll around, okay? So if you put your hands just on your waist here, there should be no movement. Your belly button is always facing forward, okay? Now get ready on the next one. We stay up, straighten the leg, and now just the leg halfway down and up, halfway down and up. That's right, you're still holding on to your weights here. So just the leg halfway down and up, halfway down and up. Keep going. You want to add in the arms? Same thing. Forward and up, forward and up. Keep going for 10 seconds, guys. And 8. Almost there, almost halfway. And 5, 4, don't give up yet. Keep that stability. Do not roll your belly up. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bend the knee, everybody. And you can put the weight aside. Alright, go ahead and come onto your all four again. Come onto your all four. This time, plant your hands down and lift the knees off the ground. So you're in a high plank position. From your high plank position, we're coming down low into your low plank position on your elbow. Remember, however high your shoulders are, that's also how high your hips are. So try not to leave the bum behind when whenever you're going up into your high plank. And when you go into your low plank, make sure you lower the bum as well. So keep going a few times here, alternating between high and low plank. Don't stop because we have a limited time here. So try to make full use of the time here. And notice as you're doing this exercise, sometimes you have a preference. Maybe the left arm likes to touch down first. So can you swap that around? Now if this is getting too much for you, your option is to drop the knees but continue the same movement. Going up high and coming down low. Going up high and coming down low. We have last few seconds, so get a few more reps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and beep beep. 1. Alright, bring it in. Now we're going for that side lying exercise on the other side. So I'll flip myself around so I can look at you. Again, if you prefer to use a weight, have it nearby. So go ahead and choose either having your left arm completely down or to prop your head up. You can use either one. As long as your knees are in tabletop, meaning your knees are bent in front of your hips. Okay, hold on to your weights if you're using your weights. Arms forward, and let's open that door. Now look at the legs, make sure that it's 90 degrees, so we are not swinging the foot. What we're doing here and what you should be feeling is that outer glute. Yes, outer glute and maybe a little bit of that outer thigh as well. And those are the main movers. However, it also takes you a lot of effort to stabilize the rest of the body. So noticing right now your trunk, your side body, your belly, everything stays quiet. They should not be moving around. You can also try the other variation where you prop your head up. However, remember, if you're in this one, we mentioned earlier that your ribcage shouldn't be smashing down to the floor. It should be slightly lifted on its own. So you're working into the side body stability as well. Now, go a few more times and then we will be straightening the leg every time we reach up. Whenever you're ready, let's go. Straighten the leg before you come down again. Go up, straight leg, bend knee, come down. Keep going up and straight, bend and down. Keep going. Try to hold that straight leg for a moment. So you don't want to be just a kick, right? Imagine you're trying to hold the leg straight for at least 2 seconds before you take it back down. Some people like to flex the foot, some people like to point. For today, it does not really matter. So pick something that works for you as long as you're doing it slow and controlled. We have a couple more times. And on the next one, everybody stay with the legs straight. With the legs staying straight, begin to lower it forward, halfway pulses. Forward halfway, back up. Halfway forward and up. The arm also, if you like, the movement can follow. Together with your leg. Leg forward, arm forward and up. Keep going. Now, the reason why we want to go slow is so you don't lose control in that core stabilization. Another reason is so that you are not using momentum. Pilates is all about control. In fact, in the early days, it used to be called contrology, meaning you have control over your body, you have control especially over your core. We have final 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Bend the knee, bring it in, put the weight aside. Now, we come back facing down. This time, just your low plank, okay? So put your elbows onto the ground and lift your knees off the ground. Make sure your shoulders and hips are about the same line. Now let's drop the hips to the right side and take it back to the center. Again, to the left side, center. Right, center, left, center. Now when you do this, look down towards the floor. Try your best to keep your shoulders in the same line. So we're not trying to shift the shoulders around, okay? It is just the hips side to side. We have only less than 1 minute here. It's already started counting, so don't you worry. Just keep going a few more times, okay? But more than halfway there. Don't question when it will end. Keep going. Look down. Stable shoulders. And here we go. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly put your knees down. Walk yourself in for a table position. Nice work, everybody. We'll give your shoulders and the front body a stretch before we end the class. So keeping your hips on top of your knees, walk your arms forward and drop the chest down. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. Start to breathe in deeply, slowing the breath down. Inhale, slowly come back onto your all fours. We take the left arm and shred the left arm over to the right side from underneath the arm. Your face will be turning and facing the right side. Same goes to your chest. Take a breath here. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, letting it go. Slowly come back to the center. Let's go to the other side. So take your right arm and shred it under your left arm. Drop your right shoulder down. Look towards the left side. Open up your chest more to the left side. Enjoying that twist. Enjoying that stretch on the side body. And slowly come back to the center. Alright, you can sit up now, you can towel down, you can take your water and all of that because we are done for today. Congratulations for moving today. Everyone is recommended to move for at least 30 minutes a day. So even though you're at home, you can still stay active, still continue moving. Check out more workouts on go.gov.sg/upcomingactivities. Thank you for being here today. I'll see you again.